Nosferatu. It's okay. Don't be scared. I am a monster. Get inside!
Stop it! He loves us.
Kneel before your king.
Today on The Occult Detective, we're going to talk about Dracula, the Wolfman, and two exciting new films coming out later this year. I was raised on Universal Monsters. I just had such a deep love for Lugosi's Dracula and Lon Chaney Jr.'s The Wolfman. Those two movies in particular just really struck a chord with me when I was a kid. I had frequent nightmares about both, and I remember vividly watching those movies on a small black and white TV in my parents' trailer, my dad sitting in his recliner, and me watching the movies from behind it. And just really unsettling for a small, and I'm talking 3, 4, 5 years old. They were shown late night. The horror movie host that we had back then was a guy named Sammy Terry, and it was just spectacular and a huge influence on me. Now in 2024, we have two movies to look forward to. The first I want to talk about is Nosferatu from Robert Eggers, who you probably know from The Lighthouse, The Witch. The Northman. Yeah, he's one of my favorite directors, and Nosferatu is an unauthorized, unofficial adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula. The novel Dracula I read when I was about 7, 8 years old, and it was an obvious influence on me. I love the way the book was structured, and I've probably read it at least a dozen times, and it's a brilliant work. I'm thrilled that Eggers is tackling this. And we've got, Willem Dafoe, we've got Lily Rose Depp, we've got Bill Skarsgård. It's going to be terrific. I just know it, and you can watch the full trailer, the link down below. Tell me what you think. Now, oddly enough, we also have another film coming out this year, in July, The Beast Within, which is a werewolf film with Kit Harington, Kaylee Cowan, and of course the great James Cosmo. This is directed by Alexander Farrell, who I am completely unfamiliar with, but I like the premise of this family living in a secluded area, and seemingly the father is cursed with lycanthropy. And I'm sure there's going to be some kind of a twist on that, but we'll see. It is told from the child's perspective, so that should be thrilling. You can watch the full trailer for that, also linked below. So, vampires and werewolves in vogue again. I'll say it isn't so. Vampires in particular, they kind of have a cycle. It's almost like the seasons. They come around, and they keep coming around, and they become a parody of themselves, and then become frightening again. And hopefully, Eggers is going to launch that. The terrifying aspects of the vampire once more. There's been so many great vampire films and vampire novels. I loved what Anne Rice did initially, and of course, so many others have just given us. I think of like Stephen King's Salem's Lot, which is just terrific, and on, right? So, but werewolves, on the other hand, how many good werewolf movies have there been? I mean, The Wolfman, brilliant. And subsequent turns from Lon Chaney Jr. in that role. I think he did 4 films total. But slowly that became a parody as well, as soon as he ended up in, an Abbott and Costello film. But those initial Wolfman movies were just brilliant. And Curse of the Werewolf, with Oliver Reed, great. But there's not been that many. I think Brotherhood of the Wolf was good. Even the Wolfman remake with Benicio del Toro, it was good. It had issues, but I liked it. But how many werewolf novels can you name that are great? I say that, and I wrote 2. It's just, the werewolf is underutilized, and I think people don't really know what to do with them. And if you know a great werewolf novel, please, mention it below. If you have a favorite werewolf movie, I love Werewolves. The Montague Summers book I devoured as a kid. And I love werewolf lore, the idea of the werewolf, and like I said, just it's underutilized, and nobody's really captured it for me. And if you can lead me to something, that'd be great. But I am very much looking forward to both of these films. I like Harrington, love Cosmo. I think The Beast Within has a lot of potential, and obviously Nosferatu just is dripping with atmosphere, and Eggers has never really done me wrong, right? So I love everything he's touched, and I think this is going to be the same. That point in the trailer when that shadowy hand reaches across London, I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there. So, sorry for the quick video. That's all I got for you today. Hopefully, I'll be back again later this week. Talk to you soon.